Stack making a comeback today, but tech has been lagging since President Trump took office. So is this the buying opportunity investors have been waiting for, or should you steer clear of the mega cap names during this bout of volatility? Let's bring in Needham senior entertainment and internet analyst Laura Martin. Laura, good to see you. So one could argue mega cap tech had run too far ahead of the rest of the market, so this is just normalizing. But what about garden variety tech?
Well, what I'd say about big tech is much of it is investing in generative AI. So to buy big tech, you have to have a point of view about the return on capital for round numbers, $70 to $80 billion of CapEx spending in 2025 alone for all of big tech, except for Apple. And if you don't like Gen AI, then Apple's a good place to hide because they're going to generate $90 billion of free cash flow and have like $12 billion of CapEx, which is not up from last year. So I would say in big tech, to us, we differentiate. Also, if we're going to go into recession because of these tariffs, you don't want to be anywhere near Alphabet or Meta because they're 100% ad-driven companies, which means they have 80% gross margins. So as revenue, slows or doesn't come in as expected, you really get hit at the EPS line much worse.
Is it short-sighted or just rational to be very cautious about these companies that are spending tens of billions of dollars on data center infrastructure related to AI? Because if we think about the big impact of mobile over the past decade and a half, or the internet the decade before that, it wasn't unwise for companies to invest in that. And in a way, there's a arguably vertical opportunity here for some of the cloud providers to benefit from the growth of those things that maybe didn't exist in the same way back in those earlier eras.
Well, and what the smart thing is, if DeepSeek is wrong, and you can't just spend $6 million to make a large language model, and it does take $100 billion or $200 billion, then the big companies are smart to do that because they create competitive advantage by using the capital from their mature internet business. So it's smart if it's going to turn out that really you do need to spend $200 billion for a large language model. So, so the question is when. Probably not if. I think Wall Street has a consensus view that generative AI is going to be a big deal and it will retool the global economy. The question is, how quickly does revenue come because you're spending $300 billion in the back office infrastructure in this race to try to be the large language model that wins.
Okay, so you argue that tariffs are particularly bad for U.S. companies, and I guess by extension for U.S. tech. Why?
Well, mostly if they're ad-driven, because advertising has 80% margins. So if you're not going to have as many ad dollars, and advertising is really tied to consumer confidence, and a recession implies that consumers aren't spending money because consumers are 2/3 of our economy. So if consumers stop spending money, then advertisers immediately cut their marketing costs. So overnight, all the ad-driven stocks, and specifically in big tech, it's Alphabet and Meta, and then they lose 80-cent dollars at the profitability line. So they get hurt much worse at the EPS line if we have if we have a recession that affects consumers.
Let me get you an antitrust question here. President Trump was not a fan of Meta or Amazon or Google, Alphabet, some months ago, but they've been metaphorically sending him flowers and chocolates over the past several months and weeks. Do you think the M&A environment is going to get better or worse for them and the Trump administration?
I do. I think that based on the Zelensky interview, it's all about personal relationship with one guy. So if you send him flowers and you send him chocolates and it works, you get to do what you want. You should actually, argue you're going to spend $100 billion on U.S. jobs. That's helpful too. But the point is, I think you get more of what you want if there's one guy that, believes you're his friend. So I think they're being commercially astute by changing their tune to a much more conservative tack.